Oh, Steve and Larson! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for yourselves and feel the power. Yes. And all you people out there, you're watching Going In Raw with Steve Larson.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Available wherever podcasts can be found, and of course, taped live at the Twitch at twitch.tv/Steve and Larson. Before we hop into Smackdown today, quick reminder, the numbers don't lie, available right now. Patreon.com/Steve and Larson. At $5 a month, you can watch the numbers coming together for Scott Steiner, the big Papa Pump, big bad booty daddy.
Freakzilla.
It was Freakzilla. It was a pretty great episode. What were his odds like? Getting 10. They drastically went down, Larson. I should probably have just said drastic go down because that's what he
drastic
said.
Drastic go down, yeah. Drastic go down.
So yeah, check that out on the Patreon. It was a fun episode. And then you can also vote for, if you're at the $10 Patreon, you can vote for who you want next week's Numbers Don't Lie episode to be about. We've got the original members of DX, Larson, HBK, Triple H, and China.
Correct.
Very exciting stuff.
And it was, last I checked, it was pretty tight. It's a tight race.
Ooh,
to see who
tight race.
The subject for episode 4 is going to be. Still is. That'll be going on through the weekend. So Monday, we'll close that poll, put the survey up with whoever wins this poll, and we start getting our numbers together.
Very exciting stuff. All right, let's talk about SmackDown. I thought it was a decently fun episode with a major return, and that is Sasha Banks. She came back. First, she was friend to Bianca Belair, and then by the end of that match, or after the match was finished, she had a tag match with Bianca Belair against Carmella and Zelina Vega. Sasha Banks turned foe on Bianca Belair with a backstabber and then a tornado DDT, a bank statement. Oh boy!
I mean, just a shocking turn of events. Not really. We all saw this coming.
Here's the thing, man. If you're Bianca Belair and you're getting beat down by Carmella and Zelina Vega, and then you hear that boss time music, right? Thank you. She comes running down and she saves you, and then gives you the biggest hug ever. Aren't you thinking to yourself, oh man, when's the last time I saw her? Oh, that's right. It's when I literally whipped her midsection with my hair and she was bleeding from it and I took her title from her.
Yeah.
Why is she's hugging me right now?
Yeah, well, like Bianca's expression when Sasha hugged her was, all right, well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was overjoyed at first.
Right.
It was, okay, well, this is a turn of events.
Yeah.
And then as the segment went on, I guess she decided, okay, well, this seems genuine. I'll accept this and we'll move on together in this tag match. In hindsight, probably a mistake.
Yeah, probably, in the words of my mentor growing up, Stone Cold Steve Austin, don't trust anybody.
I forgot he was your mentor.
DTA. Maybe she'll learn that lesson now. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then, of course, what is sure to be the main event of SummerSlam, the Roman Reigns versus John Cena is now set. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that wasn't cool, though.
No,
you mentioned something that was cool. That wasn't cool. John Cena swooping in, taking Finn's match away from him.
Yeah, what he did wasn't cool.
That was the opposite of cool.
Yeah. John Cena, he came back.
As I mentioned in our kickoff show, let me get this thought in.
Yeah, sure.
Like, entitlement, especially as it relates to championships, is well within John Cena's kayfabe MO. How many times has he been gone, come back, step to the champion to say, I want that, talking about the championship? Several. It's basically what he said this time, although he kind of said, well, I'm not here just for the title. I'm here because Roman's an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, John, you look kind of like an asshole here, stealing the title match from somebody else.
A little bit. It looks kind of like an asshole. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm sure Finn Balor will have something to say about that.
Oh, he better.
Doesn't really matter. He's not going to be in that main event. But maybe
No.
he'll get a crack at Roman Reigns afterwards. Maybe at Payback. Maybe at a B-level pay-per-view.
At
Larson.
SummerSlam Payback.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's going to be. SummerSlam Payback. So, yeah, Finn will get his shot there. Maybe. Even John's opening salvo tonight against Roman was a bit on the weak side. He claimed that Roman Reigns had to rebrand himself every 2 years because he was too afraid to fail or something like that.
No, because the fans got tired of him or something like that.
But his end thing was the fans don't care anymore, or didn't stop caring about him because he stops caring about himself or something like that because he's too afraid to fail. It was something
He calls
weird.
him a lazy stooge named Joe.
Yeah, he did the whole
A blood-sucking product of this machine who is afraid to fail.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've followed Roman Reigns' career basically since he got brought to the main roster pretty closely, like on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
He's been put in positions where he's had to accept failure on several instances.
This guy
seems to be doing all right.
This guy has basically had to eat nothing but crowd hatred for 5 years straight while Vince McMahon bungled his attempt to make him face of the company. If there's anybody in the WWE who is fine failing and getting back up from that and persevering, it's Roman goddamn Reigns.
Yep.
But he's got to say something about Roman, so I guess that's as good as anything. But yeah, kind of a dick move there. You know, I mean, he did give one glance over to Finn and shrugged. He was like, you know what? I'm on a thin schedule. Finn, contractually, he understands that Finn's going to be here
you're
a
on
while.
a Finn schedule. You're going to be here often.
Yeah, you're going to be here quite a while. You're on the Finn schedule. I'm on the thin schedule. I got to go shoot Argyle here in a month. So I got this one chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we all saw this coming. We knew the match at SummerSlam was going to be Cena Reigns. I don't know. Doesn't really feel like that interesting of a way to get there.
I agree with you. Yeah, because here's the thing: it's very underwhelming. I didn't realize that legally you could just snatch somebody's contract.
So by that like logic, like I'm I buy a house. I'm going to close on those papers, and over here a conversation about someone who bought a better house than me and got a really good deal on it. I'm like, I want that house instead. So I go in there. Put whoever's buying that house through a table, sit there with the notary and sign all those documents. Is that house mine now?
Yes. In the words of Pat McAfee, I have been to 0 law schools, but evidently that's something totally you can do. I mean, dude, tell me next time when we just did the Kings. We got, what's the name? Davion Mitchell. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. Right. He's about to sign that rookie contract. Larson, let's get the scoop on when that's going down. That rookie contract can be yours and mine. We can change it from his name to our name. We could be that rookie. We could be the number 9 pick in the NBA.
So how are we going to do it? Are we going to be side by side wearing the jersey trying to play basketball together? Or are we going to do the
sack
trench coat
race
thing?
It's like a sack race.
A sack race, not the trench coat where I'm going to be on your shoulders?
Well, it depends on what gets us more minutes, I guess, right?
I guess so.
Like,
I mean, it's a 3-and-D game now. Like big men aren't as in vogue as they used to be. While neither of us individually are tall, together we're like 11 feet. So
we're gonna change the game, dude. With the trench coat, with the purple trench coat.
We just need the really long jersey that goes from your shoulders all the way down to, or like my shoulders all the way down to like your ankles. Yeah,
dude. You'll be swatting left and right.
We have no hops though.
We don't need them. We're 11 feet tall. We're so tall.
Well, it won't be quite 11 feet because I'll be sitting on your shoulders. It'll probably be closer to like
10?
8.
10? You're probably 4 from the waist up, right?
8 or 9. 8 or 9, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. You got to build your trunks up a little bit, man, so I can start getting on your shoulders some of that time. I want some of that shine. I want some of the FaceTime.
Nah.
No. All right, fine. Screw it. No. Anyways. Let's see here. Anyways, let's just get into this. Yeah, I like that they also just sort of they also kind of just replayed a dark match from last week. They had that 6-man tag that they just played for the audience, or that they did for the audience last week, and then they just sort of did it again. They gave it to us. But that looks like it's setting up Nakamura for the IC title, which he'll probably get again. They have not done anything with Apollo. Like, they've completely rebranded Apollo Crews, gave him a great new character, and then just like no matches really. Like some here and there, but they are really not doing a whole lot with him.
No, he's really not in any sort of story right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kicked off with the John Cena promo. He prefaces by saying, if you find someone who can keep missionary interesting for 2 decades, keep him in your life, trust me. I guess he had to get his response.
Yeah, that was kind of, I don't even understand. Like, is he saying that he's kept missionary interesting for 2 decades?
In
he's
the
missionary.
Part
he's kept WWE.
And he's kept
interesting.
himself interesting for 2 decades, so keep him around. That's what he's saying.
Has he though? Has he?
Anyways, he says tonight Roman signs a contract with Finn Balor for a match at SummerSlam. Cena says he has respect, or says respect to Balor, but it also proves his point that Roman sucks. He sucks because beyond all that false confidence, Roman's just a scared little kid. Roman accepted Finn's challenge and rejected his. And Cena says, I'm fine with rejection. I was rejected in front of the world. But Roman rejected him because he didn't change his look and because he didn't change his insults, because who he is right here. Heart, not the lungs.
The lung.
Heart.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant the lungs. Okay.
No. And it says it's stupid. He says like asking Stone Cold to come back as Sasquatch Steve Houston, or like The Rock coming back as Dwayne Too Small Johnson. Why was he
shooting at on Dwayne? I thought they were cool. Weren't they cool? They're both part of the Fast Universe, aren't they? Or is it is it because Vin Diesel got in his ear?
Oh, maybe.
He's in the Vin Diesel show, the movies.
Yeah.
And then Rock has his own.
The Vin universe.
The Vin universe.
Has
Vin Island. But Rock Island.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
So anyways, Cena goes, well, that's ridiculous because it's not who those guys are. They don't beg for the fans to acknowledge them. They allow you to cheer, to boo, etc. And they do their best each time to earn your respect. Roman expected Cena to change because that's what Roman has to do. Roman has to change every 2 years because people stop caring about him, because you don't believe in him, and because Roman doesn't believe in himself. Says Roman is just a lazy stooge named Joe.
Wow.
A blood-sucking product of this machine who is afraid to fail. Again, we talked about that and how BS that is. Cena says he would have embarrassed Roman at SummerSlam. He didn't reject him because how he looks. He rejected him because how he was going to make him look. And then Baron Corbin walks out.
Hey, whoa. Listen, look. Can we hold on a minute? We got to talk, man. Cena says, so they start chanting, you suck. It's like, they're chanting, you suck, but I don't even know who you are. And then he takes a second look and he's like, what, Baron? You look horrible. I know. I'm in a bad way, man. And Cena's like, yeah, you do look horrible. Baron says, we've never been close, but I'm desperate. And desperate man has to do desperate things. My life is falling apart. Last week I sustained an injury to a very sensitive part of my body, and now I'm unable to, Cena starts saying, like, what, surf the internet, walk in the park? I can't perform, man. My wife left me because of that and took the kids. I'm back there and see the charitable John Cena who grants so many wishes. Can you help me, man? And Cena's like, he asks the crowd, of course. He's like, Twin City, should we help this man? And crowd's like firmly anti-Baron Corbin. So they're like, no. So Cena gives him what I thought was like a $20 bill. Looked like a 20 spot, Larson.
Mm-hmm.
And Corbin says, is this it? This is all? Come on, man. You're a big-time Hollywood player. Put me in the Suicide Squad. And he's like, we're done with that movie. It's literally coming out this Friday. Like, you've seen trailers.
Yeah.
And Corbin's like, come on, man. I'll be your stunt double. He's like, it's a bit of a reach. And he says, seriously? You're going to kick a poor man when he's down? You're a selfish, self-absorbed tightwad with an ego the size of California. You're nothing but a Hollywood sellout. And Cena says, oh, you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna try to help a man when he's down. I'm gonna give him something he desperately needs, an attitude adjustment. So he gives him an attitude adjustment, Larson, and then he takes his money back and he puts it in his jorts pocket. And Cena kind of comes off like a dick here, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not a fan of
John Cena. Not a fan of John Cena.
All right, let's take a quick break for a word from the sponsor of today's show, Decked. So I'm sure we've all been in a situation where you get in a friend's truck or your own and you notice that it's an absolute mess, just stuff everywhere in the cab, on the floor, under the seats, and you think to yourself, it'd be great if I could tell this friend of mine something that can help them keep their stuff organized.
Well, Steve, next time you see that friend who's got all that stuff, whether it's in the cab or sitting in the truck bed, unsecured and exposed to the elements, just rattling around, completely unorganized, you can tell them about the decked drawer system. See, whether it's work tools, camping gear, or safety items, Decked helps you organize, protect, and secure all your stuff.
Yeah, each of Deck's 2 full bed-length drawers can carry up to 200 pounds of whatever you want to be in them. And the drawers roll out about waist-high, so you get easy access to all your tools and gear. Plus, they're weatherproof, protecting everything from the elements.
Decked also has a full line of storage accessories to help you stay organized. Talking toolboxes, tie-downs, and a bunch of other options so you can maximize both your space and your time. On top of that, the Decked drawer system is 100% made in the USA and backed by a 3-year no-hassle warranty with a second-to-none customer service team ready to answer all your questions.
Get your Decked drawer system at decked.com/raw and get free shipping. That's decked.com/raw for free shipping on your Decked drawer system. Decked.com/raw.
Then we get Rey Mysterio. He's warming up backstage. Dominic walks up to him, and Dom Pepper says, "Hey, I'll keep an eye out for Jay while you have your match with Jimmy." And Rey more or less says, "Cool, thanks, son." He says, "I'm proud of you as a competitor, but you got to step up your game before we can get those tag titles back."
Mm-hmm.
And tells him that he's going to watch him out, just to watch him out there. Rey says, "Watch me out there. I still got some new tricks." And then we get Jimmy Uso versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, this is fun stuff. These two guys can put on good matches in their sleep. The finish saw Rey going for a 619 on Jimmy, but as he went to go off the ropes to get there, Jay tried to intercept him, but instead Rey was able to turn that into a 619 on Jay. And then on the other side, because of the hesitation, Jimmy's able to catch Rey. He gets up on his shoulders, but then Rey's able to counter with a crucifix pin. And then Dom, stepping his game up, went and propped him up the same way the Usos won the last 2 matches against them as a tag, and then the singles match against Dom. So, they gave them their own medicine, Larson.
Yeah, that's the phrase. Indeed. After that, we got a Bianca Belair interview. Kayla Braxton says that she has surpassed 100 days as champion, 110 days to be exact, and asked Bianca, "What do you foresee the next 100 days? How do you foresee them playing out?" Bianca says these last few months have been amazing, defending the title at Rolling Loud, winning an SB, main eventing Mania, and now being back in front of the WWE Universe. It just keeps getting better and better. She doesn't know how she's going to top it, but she's so grateful. And then she's interrupted by Carmella. And she kind of mockingly congratulates Bianca on being champ for over 100 days. Says, but if you really want to cement your legacy, maybe you got to give another title match to someone who actually held that title for 130, who was also the most beautiful woman in WWE. So Carmella gets in the ring, says she deserves the match, says at Rolling Loud she lost because the lights were in her face. It was like you at WrestleMania 33, flashing lights in your face. It was too much. You couldn't enjoy yourself. You couldn't do your job to to your fullest ability. Anyways, Zelina Vega walks out, tells Carmella to slow her roll, says she's too pretty to be a 3-time loser, tells Bianca that the W Universe wants to see Bianca challenge a rising star like her. She is the moment, and no one is more deserving than her. Tells Bianca to accept her challenge, which Bianca does, and that Carmella pushes Bianca from behind. Carmella and Vega are beating up Bianca. Sasha runs out to make the save. She lays out Carmella, and Zelina picks up Bianca, gives her a hug, and Bianca looks kind of like, what's going on here? This is confusing.
Yeah, I don't like
and
this.
Then raises her hand. And then by that point, Bianca's like, okay, I guess I'll just roll with this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's dance then. Let's dance to the music here together.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
He'll always like, okay, well, just, you're dancing, I'll dance. It's a good song. It's a danceable song. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you'll backstab me later. After that, we had a Reginald, now Reggie interview, which Nia Jax responded to on Twitter and said, wait a second, didn't he have an accent? Because that's gone.
Yeah.
And so he's asked, are you comfortable defending your title this way? the 24/7 title. He was losing my dream to be here in WWE. I saw my opportunity with the 24/7 title. I got my head on a swivel, always on the lookout for trouble. Whomever decides to challenge me, expect the unexpected. And it was kind of unexpected because two gentlemen come out who are not in the 24/7 division, but apparently they're looking to it. And it was at first going to be Reggie versus Otis. That's what we thought it was going to be. He gets in there and says, "Oh, yeah, it's not me, it's him." And so it was Reggie versus Chad Gable was the match. Yes. But Otis lays out Reggie right as the match is about to start. But Gable couldn't get this win over Reggie. So because Reggie jumped out of the Gable tried to give him a German suplex off the corner, and Reggie just sort of flips out of it. And then a couple moves later, hits his flipping senton on Gable. Otis attacks him. Otis throws Reggie out of the ring, but he just lands on his feet and gets away.
Yeah. After that, we got Pierce and Sonya Deville backstage. Sonya tells Pierce that tonight's main event is going to be Carmella, Zelina versus Bianca and Sasha. Pierce is excited about that because next they got the contract signing. So Pierce prefaces that by saying, we all know how these things go. Violence usually, but he says we're there to get this contract signed the most efficient way possible. Sonya introduces Finn. Roman's out second. Of course, Heyman gets Roman settled at the head of the table. So Pierce tells him, get one final look at the contract, and then at your leisure, sign the dotted line. Roman asks Heyman for a mic, gives him one. Crowd is chanting for Cena. Roman says, they've already seen Mr. Missionary tonight. And he asks Finn, hey, did you catch John's promo? You hear what he said? John thinks Finn is a lesser man than himself. He says it's a jerk thing to say. But Roman says, I don't see it that way. Says, Finn, you're worthy of challenging me. You're also worthy of catching this beatdown at SummerSlam. And Roman says to Finn, you're nothing like Cena. You're hungry. You want it. And I dig that about you. If you sign that contract, I'm going to smash you and send you back to NXT.
Oof.
So he hands the mic back to Heyman. Heyman drops it on the table, gets a pen. He's signing. He's about to sign. Crowd starts chanting, Roman sucks, and he does the this mildly annoyed signs. And then Finn grabs the mic.
This was kind of confusing here. Because he says, oh, you think pretty highly of yourself, but it'll be my privilege to return to NXT once again, Universal Champion. Wait a second. You're going to take the Universal title to NXT? I kind of feel like that's just saying SmackDown. Number one, have you seen the numbers on NXT? That's a sinking ship, man. You need to stay on
maybe
SmackDown.
If you have the Universal Championship over there, it'll raise at least 50,000 viewers. I don't know. Anyway, so Baron Corbin comes out, attacks Finn Balor, tosses him into the timekeeper area, and he grabs a contract, pulls a pen out of his pocket. He's about to sign. Then John Cena runs out.
John Cena
tosses Corbin to the ring post. He picks up the contract. He has a blue Sharpie.
Yeah.
Kind of fumbles with that, then eventually writes his last name and then puts a signature on it, hands it to Pierce. Roman's just sitting there in fumes. So then we go backstage, and Pierce and Sonya are there. Heyman walks up to him, and Heyman's like, so what are you going to do about SummerSlam? Said it's Finn's name on the contract with Cena's signature. That's not legal and binding. And Pierce says, I see Roman's signature. I see Cena's signature, and that's good enough for me.
Ooh, Sonya says, it's been ratified. Reigns versus Cena. They're like, whatever. We don't care about the legalities. We got WWE lawyers. Are you kidding me? They're the best in the business, man.
I didn't see a notary out there.
Oh, I think that's what Sonya and Adam Pearce they got it notarized really quick back there. It's not how notaries work.
No, because they have to be there when the signing's there to just.
Wait a second. Well, hold on a second. We got it on camera. Like, isn't the whole purpose of notary to confirm identity? That's what a notary does.
Yeah,
so,
but if it says Finn Balor on the contract and Cena crosses his name out, puts his name and signs, that's not a legally binding document.
Yeah, but is it really exciting TV if Finn takes us to court? We saw last time if they took something to court and it was like JBL and then he just took a bribe. So, I mean, the court system in the universe of the WWE is not all that reliable.
I'm not suggesting we have a lawsuit angle here. I'm come up with some better shit to begin with.
That I definitely agree with. I'm saying it's done.
That's my point.
It's done. So the legalities of it, Finn could be like, oh man, I think I've got a good case here, but do I really want to be the guy who's like showing up in court as
So
the
that's
demon?
what Finn needs to do is sneak into Pierce's office, find the contract, cross Cena's name out, and then sign his own signature over Cena's signature.
That's good. Next 3 weeks, just,
Then
people
done.
sneaking in. It's like, oh, damn it. Pierce, just put that damn contract in a safe or something, man.
I know.
I keep on forgetting, Sony. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Just
yeah,
shrugs.
but I mean, the funny thing is, like, a minute later, they had this awesome poster of, like, Roman Reigns versus John Cena at SummerSlam. I'm like, wait a second. Did they have that same poster prepared? I want to see the Finn Balor version of that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, you know what he should have done? He should have been like, wait a second. What if I promised to bring the demon? And they'd be like, whoa, now you're talking. Because right now you're just that dude from NXT. It failed against AEW. Nobody really cares. Like, the crowd was chanting Cena when Finn was out there.
I know. And he was smiling and like shaking his head. It's like, no, you should be taking offense to that, Finn.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they're talking about you. They don't want Finn versus Cena. They want Roman versus Cena.
They don't want Finn versus Roman.
Yeah. Whatever I just said. You got it. You know what I'm talking about.
I got it.
Anyways,
I got it.
So next up, they reran last week's 6-man dark match from last week. Cesaro, Nakamura, and Big E versus Dolph, Apollo, and Rude. This was fun. This is fun enough stuff. Guys look like they're having fun out there. In the end, Nakamura got a Kinshasa on Apollo Crews, and he's indicating that he wants a piece of that Intercontinental Championship. And then a couple people here in our chat, live on Twitch, noted also that Reginald said on, I'm pretty sure, is this Talking Smack or is this just on the website? Maybe WWE.com. Yeah, I think it's WWE.com. That he's not French. He lied and used the accent just to get that job with Carmella. So, like, they are kayfabe in the accent. I like that. That's good.
It's good.
I always liked that they kayfabed Apollo Crews' accent. I always appreciated that.
Definitely. Then after that, Edge, he's about to make his entrance for a promo or something, go to commercial, he come back, and Seth Rollins in the ring. And I'm like, did I remember that wrong? Was that Seth Rollins who came out?
We're getting old. Our memory is just turning to shit.
I would have remembered that awesome suit he was wearing.
Right?
Sure enough, during the commercial break, Seth beats the heck out of Edge, clobbers it with a TV camera, and drops a great promo.
Ouch.
It says, Edge is taking everything from me, and I'm sick of it. But what goes around comes around. That's why they call it a revolution, and that's why I'm a revolutionary. And then he throws to a video package that kind of just highlights their beef, or his beef, and how he cost Edge the Universal title at Money in the Bank. Seth says, I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. I'm proud of it. It was the hard thing to do, but it was the right thing to do. I am the rightful heir to the Universal Championship, and if he can't be Universal Champion, then neither can Edge.
Yeah. The crowd a little tacky here with the "We Want Becky" chants. To be honest with you, not huge on that. I hated when didn't like one of the early. I'm trying to remember. Weren't there like some Bebe chants, like either early AEW or maybe at All In or something like that? I was come on, man. But now they're nowhere to be found. Now like she's. Yeah, this awesome star. I don't know. It's kind of just tacky, It's like, we know there are a couple, but still. Anyways, after that, Seth Rollins stuff, which was awesome. That's going to be, by the way, a killer match.
Yeah,
that's going to be
a good chance of being match of the card.
It totally could be. After that, we had our main event: Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus Carmella and Zelina Vega. At that point is when I noticed Mean Green with the Friendo Club T-shirt, sleeves missing the way Steve prefers it. But man, this dude was rocking some guns on him. So thank you, Mean Green, for representing
so much,
Friendo Club shirt. Hey man, if any other Friendos out there going to these wrestling shows, where's your Friendo Club shirt or any of the Steven Larson merch? Take a picture. We'll put it on Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
Sure.
This is a fun match. At one point, Bianca pressed through Sasha at Carmella and Zelina Vega.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was neat as they went into as SmackDown rolled on from commercial. The finish saw Bianca.
SmackDown.
That killed me today when the intern said that. As Raw rolls on. Bianca ended up getting the hot tag to Sasha. Sasha hits 3 amigos on Vega and the frog splash. That pin was broken up by Carmella. Carmella hits the X Factor. Bianca breaks it up, and then Sasha makes Carmella tap out for the win with a bank statement.
Yep.
And then they're all celebrating once again, dancing, but they're still, Larson, 4 minutes left in the show.
You know something's up. Something's going to happen. And sure enough, they're dancing, celebrating. Sasha hits Bianca with a backstabber, a bunch of ground and pound, gets the title, shoves it in her face, continues with more ground and pound, hits her tornado DDT, then a bank statement, put that on, and then she releases and holds up the belt, and they cut to a replay, but there's still 3 minutes left, so I think the ref said to her, put her back in the bank statement because we still not time to go off the air yet, so she put her back in the bank statement as the show goes off the air.
Man, Bianca selling that bank statement was like so great. Like the look of desperation on her face.
Mm-hmm.
And Sasha just laughing, saying, I told you I'm the boss. I told you I'm the boss.
Yep. It's good stuff.
All right. So let's go ahead and answer some questions here. I know you've got a couple questions here in the Twitch chat. I've got a couple questions here on the Patreon. Let's see who wants to be first.
Mechazilla Jedi with the sub 8 months says Steve is number 1.
Oh wow, definitive. That's a hell of a first time chat right there, man. Declaring
it's not in the first. It's the sub. It's not a first time chat.
Oh, even better, giving money to say Steve is number 1.
Half that's mine.
You know what? I'm not though. I'm not Jacksonville's number 1.
No,
that's Guillaume Halili.
Yeah. Quoth the Raven, Goldberg or Cena, who is more entitled in kayfabe?
Oh, man. It's got to be Goldberg, right? I'm sure you could kayfabe him beating The Fiend as some sort of entitlement angle. David Matushek, how much lower do you think Baron Corbin will go in terms of his Riches to Rags story? I said this on one of the shows. That scene in Boogie Nights when Dirk Diggler gets in the car. Just watch Boogie Nights, and when you get to that scene, that's how low he's going to go.
Yeah. It's B22 with the sub. Thank you so much.
Jay Singh says, should they have told Cena to go back and watch the last year of SmackDown before he started dropping promos on Reigns? Because he thinks he's talking about 2017 Reigns. Right?
I know.
Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't really, it's like, Cena, take a different angle.
Nothing's really connecting so far. Maybe when they do a face-to-face thing, maybe that'll
I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking for, like, honestly, if they want to give us, I know they're, like, waiting to do a face-to-face probably for the go-home, but this entire thing should be face-to-face. I want to see if Roman can give John Cena cry face.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. Night by night, what SmackDown superstar would you invite to join you for an afternoon of hitting some dingers at the batting cages? That's an afternoon of fun for old Larson.
I know, yeah. You used to do that quite a bit.
SmackDown superstar. Big E.
There you go. That's a good answer. You wouldn't take Corbin with you?
No, because I have to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking in kayfabe.
Yeah, okay. Good point. Let's see here. Wow. James Rodriguez. Which match at SummerSlam do you think will feature the TikTok announcer, a.k.a. Steve here? I'm totally entering that conversation. That competition, rather. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's John Cena from? From
Westbury, Massachusetts.
I
think that's where it is, yeah.
What voice should I do it in? Stone Cold voice?
You should do it in Wrestling Channel News voice, of course. If you're out there in front of 70,000 people, why not do that one, Steve?
What if I swerve everybody? Like I do like a total announcer voice. I win the damn thing on TikTok, and then I get in front of everybody and say, a new rumor suggests John Cena is from West Newbury. West Newbury,
that's what it is. Yes, not Westbury, West Newbury.
Oh, that's good. West Newbury.
Jorge D. Next week, Finn takes his contract case to Wrestler Court for this injustice. Who is Finn's lawyer, Cena's lawyer, and the judge? Does Finn win? No, Finn does not win.
All right, so Finn's lawyer should be Tommaso Ciampa. Because he was the lawyer on SmackDown in 2005.
All right, that's good.
So he should recreate that character, and they've got roots in NXT together. Cena's lawyer. Does Larry David on Curb? Does he have like a Hollywood lawyer character? Is his best friend a lawyer or no?
I don't think so.
Wes Newberry. Cena's lawyer is Austin Theory. Why? Why would that be? That'd be great.
According to Google, Berg is the lawyer in season 8 of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Is that Paul F. Tompkins?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It's Berg.
There you go.
And then who else needs a lawyer? Roman?
No. You just need a judge. Well, judge is JBL. That's
the judge is, he's well established as the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's funny. Let's see here. Moses Supposes says, once Corbin is officially babyface, how do you continue that babyface run without his being broke gimmick? This is what you do. He turns babyface because he's broke, and then he wins something big as part of the crescendo of his babyface run, and he immediately has learned no lessons, and it goes back to being a dick. Just break everybody's hearts. That's how you do it. There's no learning there for Baron Corbin.
No, none whatsoever. White Brownie with Natalya pretty much out. Should the tag titles be vacated and be contested in a tournament, or should Tamina be allowed to defend them in handicap matches? So I think she had surgery on her ankle.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think that's what she said. Posted something on Twitter. It looked like that was the case.
You probably got to vacate them.
Yeah, she's going to be out for several weeks then, yeah.
Is it going to be weeks or months?
I think I saw weeks.
Okay.
Several weeks.
Well, if it's like, that's not a big deal. Brock used to be gone for months. Then that's fine. They don't need to vacate that. I mean, they should, because they're not that interesting as a tag team. Let's see here. JTV says, which quote is better? The John Cena missionary position or 69 me, Don? Well, the 69 position is inherently funnier. There's more comedy to that. And that was used in mocking. Who were they mocking? They were mocking.
It was Kingston and Mox for the messed up the explosive death match.
That one's funnier. That one's funnier because of the situation involved. Because they were making fun of the death match and the fireworks thing, the weak ass explosion. Exactly. Thank you, Boathouse. Yeah, that's the line. The missionary one's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Because it was so unexpected.
Yes.
But 69 me done is really funny.
It is really good. Zoe Kinrana, Seth has been amazing these last few months. How would you rank his characters through the years? Is this his best performance? Yes.
Yeah.
Then Authority Rollins are 1 and 2. And then you can rank everything after that however you want.
Yeah. Shield Rollins, maybe, whatever. Anthony R., how should Naomi make her re-debut on SmackDown? By asking Jimmy why he's basically, bitching out to Roman, taking his man card. That's what she should do.
RTG, what SmackDown superstar would you want to cook you some nice barbecue, but due to Corbin losing everything, he has lost the ability to make some bomb meat? Probably be Otis then.
Oh, and I don't know about Otis anymore, though. Kind of creepy. He's actually really creepy. That look that he has on his face is really scary. So you got to sort of start at the drawing board, man. I'm going to say, he talks about meat a lot. I know we give this answer a lot, but it's Big E. For a guy who talks about meat so much, you'd think he probably knows how to maybe, hook up some decent meals.
Could be. That's a good answer. Good answer. Dang MQ, as much as I like Reginald and have been enjoying his 24/7 run, it would have been interesting to have Gable win tonight, because then he could use Otis to chase away the rest of that division. Nobody dares fight this Otis. That's a good point.
I get the feeling. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I actually think they're going to do that somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but something tells me next week they're probably going to do that. It wouldn't shock me. On the other hand, Vince really loves Reginald, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right. Let's do this last question here. White Brownie says, Moxley announced he's going to Resurgence and is bringing a surprise. What's the surprise? I mean, is it just going to be like Eddie Kingston?
Dingham Q says Mitch the Potted Plant.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, that's good.
Great answer.
Oh, Shooter.
Oh, Asian Murder.
Yeah. Shooter.
Shooter.
That's good.
That'd be great.
be
It's totally
awesome.
going to be Tanahashi and Moxley at All Out, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I guess maybe you're right, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be good. Shooter can't make it. Is he still in England? Wasn't he doing Rev Pro?
I think so.
I think he was doing Rev Pro for his excursion. Speaking of excursions, we're going to go on an excursion to the weekend. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Tomorrow night, live on the Twitch, twitch.tv/Stephen Larson. Come join me and the Enforcer to solve some mysteries and look for horses at the Twitch. And our Unsolved Mysteries watch along. Thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.